think I have a theory. I am just too sensitive for this life. This is giving a man called Ovi. Literally sent help. This is gonna be worth all the pain that we went through. Good morning guys, and welcome back to my channel. This week we're going to be doing a what I read in a week vlog, which I've not done one of these in ages. These are my favourite vlogs to film and to watch, so I'm so excited. It's Wednesday now. I wasn't supposed to start filming this till Monday, but I woke up today. Guys, we've had our first sunny day in ages in Carcassonne. The weather in January has just been so bad, so I literally woke up and the sun was shining and I was like, we're vlogging today. I'm so excited. I feel like a human again. And we could just spend the week together seeing what I read in a week. Okay, so I thought I would catch you guys up on what I'm reading at the moment. I'm currently about 25% into Restitution, which is the last book in the Edge of Darkness trilogy. This is like a bit of a feral dark romance. I loved the first book, like I gave that a solid 4 stars and I was like so excited to continue the series. I then read the second book and I'm gonna be honest guys, the second book was a bit too dark for me, like, and that's the thing, that's nothing against the book, like there's trigger warnings, there's everything. I just didn't expect how hard it would go in on a lot of things, which is kind of to be expected. Like if it's a trilogy, obviously the first book is going to be like set in the world, the second book is going to be like we are in the thick of all the bad stuff, and the third book is going to be the resolution. So I'm hoping this book is going to not lighten up, but like this is going to be worth all the pain that we went through. The funny thing about it as well is it's all set in Scotland. Like when she's talking about places, it's all places I know, so that's funny because I didn't expect that going into it. But yeah, that's what I'm reading at the moment, so I'm just going to do a wee bit of reading now. Guys, I'm reading this. The issue isn't even that it's like dark, it's gory. Like this is literally gory. A bit too much to me. Like I'm enjoying it, but I'm like skim reading these chapters. Honestly, I swear to God, it better be the most fairy tale ending now that I'm on the third book. Like I need this to have the happiest ending in the entire world. Okay guys, it's Kian's lunch break and so we're gonna go out for a little coffee and crepe for lunch, which I am actually so excited about because genuinely we have not been able to do this in months. See, because the weather has just not been good here at all. I am so excited. Actually a lot later now because I've had a kind of a busy evening. After dinner I had to book my flights for Harry Styles because I'm so scared of the prices going up. Honestly, I've just been thinking to myself all night tonight, like it is just such a great time to be a fangirl. Like who would have thought January 2026 would be the best time in the world to be a fangirl. Everything from Heated Rivalry, Tell Me Lies, Harry's grand return, and do you know who I've been listening to? Louis Tomlinson. And he actually used to be my favourite in One Direction. I have like always loved him as a person, but his solo music, like I just never clicked with it. His new album, loving. It's so nice. I can like finally listen and enjoy his music. It's a great time to be a fangirl. But anyway, now I need to get serious and I need to get reading. I think we're almost at 50% in this book now. 40% we're at. Things are kind of like starting to look up again, but we've got 300 pages left, so things are not going to stay good for long, which is terrifying me. I feel like I've genuinely had to disassociate a wee bit, like reading this book. Like I feel like I could be a lot more connected to the characters than I am because it is such a heavy book. Like I genuinely feel like I'm having to like really disconnect myself and just be like it's words on paper because it's actually so distressing, some of the things. That's not great, but I'm still enjoying it and I am looking forward to the ending. I'm just gonna get ready. Guys, I was right. The happiness did not last long. It literally lasted like a page. And we're back to this being extremely upsetting and distressing to read, so I'll just keep going. Good morning besties from another very sunny morning in Carcassonne. Anyway, a little reading update. We actually got hundreds of reading done last night when I was in bed. That always ends up being like when I do most of my reading in bed at night, because I read on my Kindle to like fall asleep, and then the second I woke up this morning I literally rolled over, picked up my Kindle. Now I've got less than 100 pages left, so that is good. I'm seeing a light at the end of this very dark tunnel. When I say like, oh, I can't wait for this all to be over, like I don't even mean that in a bad way against the book, because I completely understand why people love it so much. Of course you become so attached to this couple because of everything they need to go through to get a happy ending. But guys, I think I am just too sensitive for this life. Anyway, maybe I should actually finish the book. I've got 20% left and then I can give you my complete thoughts afterwards. Hey guys, we've made it to the epilogue, and if there was ever a book that needed an epilogue, it's this one, so I'm going to finish it now. I just finished, and do you know what? That was exactly the happy ending I needed. I am so happy for these literally fictional characters. I feel like I would have to rate this, like, it couldn't be a 4 stars, because I genuinely like was so distressed reading this book, and I kind of wanted it to be over with. I think I would need to give it like a 3.5 stars. Would absolutely recommend it to people, of course, after reading a lot of trigger warnings and being very like mentally prepared. Like, this book is no joke. Like, if you've read dark romance and you're like, no, I'm like good with this, this is like probably the worst one I've read yet, so just mentally prepare yourself for that. That was incredible and horrible and distressing, but also incredible, and that will probably stay with me for a long time as well after reading that. My next read is going to be a book that I have actually just received in the post. What I'm holding is a copy of Caitlin Devlin's new book, So Very Lucky. It's so funny because I just realised I actually read this in a reading vlog last year in January. It was born for this and I literally adored that book, so I am so excited to have this in my hand. Basically, this pop star, she like falls to her death during a concert. Her ex-girlfriend is watching this with the rest of the world, but then Calista, the girl who fell to her death, returns. She wants Stevie, the ex-girlfriend, back in her life. It sounds like it's contemporary fiction, but also like a bit of a mystery thriller element to it, I guess you could say. Caitlin also sent me some little Kindle stickers, and she sent me the loveliest little note as well. This is gonna be our next read. I am so excited to start this book. Hey guys, it's time for me to head to school now. I managed just to read the first chapter because I didn't have a lot of time, but I'm going to bring it with me to school. I doubt I'll have any time to read this on the bus or anything, but we will bring it anyway, just for emotional support. Guys, I am just looking incredibly feral right now. I've got my pin cuddles in for tomorrow going to school. I am 82 pages into this book. I have not been able to put it down. It's actually crazy how since moving over to France, reading physical books has become like the biggest luxury to me. I genuinely treasure it now because obviously I couldn't bring physical books over here, and I'm quite reluctant to ever really buy books because every single time I buy a book I'm like, okay, that's going to be like another Ryanair bag that I'm going to need to pay for to get these home. So this is such a treat. This is really interesting. And you know what? This is freaking me out. She went out with this like famous pop star. She's watching a concert. Pop star like falls to her death. All of a sudden she like reappears and she's like, no, I'm actually fine, guys. But there's like all these conspiracy theories going around being like, that's not her. It's kind of freaking me out, but I'm kind of also obsessed. So I am just gonna take this upstairs now, do a little bit more reading for the night before I go to bed because I'm in school tomorrow, so I need to get an early night. But I just thought I would give you guys a wee update that I am loving it so far. Good morning guys and happy Friday. Just sitting here with my cereal. I'm getting ready to go to work in about 25 minutes, but I just thought I would update you on my thoughts. I managed to read a good bit more of this last night. I think I'm about halfway through now. I am really liking it, but it's definitely a different plot than I thought we were gonna go. Like, I kind of had my ideas of what I thought the plot would be like based on just the blur. Don't know if you can hear that, but Kane's just turned on the shower, so sorry if you can hear that. One thing I noticed in Caitlin Devlin's writing, because I noticed it in Born for this as well, is our main character, whose like perspective we're in, not that they're like an unreliable narrator, but like they're deeply flawed as well, and maybe not fully conscious of that. It's very interesting because at the start of the story, Stevie, she keeps referring to this like incredible big relationship. As we're getting further on in the book, we're actually getting to see a behind the scenes of their relationship, and it's very interesting, and I'm very interested to see how this whole story is going to play out and like where it's going to go. I think I have a theory, but I don't know. Hey guys from school. I've had the greatest day so far and I've just got the best news. Firstly, I think I'm going to be able to finish much earlier today because my classes have been moved around and a teacher's off. Secondly, we're going like little day trips this weekend. I was telling the teachers and one of the teachers was like, oh, are you going to stay over? Like where you are going? And I was like, no, we're going to go to this place one day and then come home, and then this place the other day, come home. Even though they're quite close by, it was just like to not pay for a hotel, like, and it's easy enough to come home. And she was like, no, I've got a house there. I like rent out to people on the beach. And she was like, you can have it. And I was like, oh my god. I was like, how do I book this on Airbnb? And she was like, no, you guys can just have it, which is so unbelievably kind and generous. Like, I just can't believe it. So we're going 2 nights away to the beach. I literally feel like I'm going on my holidays. I'm so excited. Hello guys from our little holiday home right now. We've had a very fun day, and as you can imagine, I've not done hundreds of reading because we have been busy. We ended up going to another little beach town, Collier, which is actually stunning. It looks like something you would find in Nice, but it's actually quite close to us. Oh my god, the best tapas I've ever had in my life. We went very quickly to Perpignan just on the way back because we had to get the bus to here from Perpignan, and then we made it here. We didn't get here until a wee bit later, so I've not really seen the place yet. I did manage to read a good bit of my book yesterday. I am now 200 pages into this book and I feel like I know where this is gonna go, and I'm really like excited to see where it goes. We have a lot more free time tomorrow, so I am definitely going to get a lot more reading of this done. But yeah, obviously I haven't done too much today just because we've been travelling like crazy. I will see you guys tomorrow for some proper reading. We're going to be locking in. happy Monday. We made it back to Carcassonne. I had the loveliest weekend away. I didn't film too much while I was there because I just kind of wanted to enjoy it, but I am so happy to say we have finished So Very Lucky. So this was a 4 stars. I thoroughly enjoyed this book. The concept of this in the first place was so interesting, but the way it was executed was so interesting. There were definitely parts of it that like I kind of had a sense of where it was going to go, but the way it was actually executed, and I think it's more the characters in these stories are so unpredictable more than anything, especially our main character. The decisions they make are so interesting, but I think that's what makes the story itself so fascinating to follow along with. Caitlin's writing reminds me so much of Taylor Jenkins Reid, like just the way she tells a story and how fast paced it is. That's what I really enjoyed about this. So this will be out, I think it's the 1st of March. I'm so excited to see what you guys think of this, because it was honestly the type of book where when I finished it I thought I want to look up TikToks about this and like edits and stuff, and I'm like, I can't do that yet because no one's read this. It kind of reminded me of The Goldens by Lauren Wilson, which was a book I read last year and absolutely loved, so I feel like if you've read that you would really enjoy this. It was so much fun. And now for my next book, I actually started it last night in bed. It's a bit of a different one for me, but I'm really hoping I'm gonna enjoy it, and this is Theo of Golden. I just saw this like come up on my Kindle Unlimited rec, so I thought I'll like read the plot, and it sounded quite interesting. We are following this little old man Theo. He's came into this new town. From the blurb, the vibe I got is like it's basically a story told about like acts of kindness. He goes into this coffee shop. The coffee shop has loads of artwork. He really loves this artwork, and he's like, why is no one buying this? Because it's not expensive at all. It's of loads of different people, and he basically gets this idea to buy the artwork and return it to the person who the art is of. I have no idea where this book is going to go. I feel like I'm taking a risk with this one. Like I could either really love this or either find it really boring. So I don't know, but I'm 60 pages in and I'm really enjoying it so far, and I'm just very curious to see where it's going to go. So we're just going to keep reading throughout the day. I've had the busiest day today, but it's actually been really productive, which is good. But it means I've not had a lot of time to sit and read. So I'm about to make dinner. I'm gonna make spaghetti bolognese tonight. I've got the audiobook up on Spotify, so I think I'm just gonna listen to the book whilst I'm cooking away. I can confirm that the spaghetti I made earlier was the best spaghetti bolognese I've ever made, and it was so good tonight. So I've literally been in such a good mood the entire night. So I am so excited to finally sit down with my book and do some proper reading. I actually really enjoyed listening to the audiobook earlier though. It was a really good audiobook. Tomorrow I'm in school for quite a lot of the day, and I'll be doing a lot of walking, and I'll have a lot of time not to read but like to listen to stuff. So I'm actually thinking of listening to the audiobook tomorrow because I was really enjoying it, and I feel like it's helping me appreciate the book a lot more. We're kind of at this point where this guy is like getting to know everyone in the town, and he is buying artwork from this coffee shop that he loves, trying to return the paintings to each person within each painting, if that makes sense. He's returned it to a few people now, and it seems as though like every person that he's returning this to has a very different like life situation, but they are kind of needing it. I have a bit of a random little snack plate here, but I got some kiwis today in the shops and some Oreos, so I'm having kiwis and Oreos for a little snack. So let's just get reading. I have just read chapter 17 of this book. This is gonna have me in tears by the end of this. The chapter I just read almost had me in tears, but like in a really good way. Like the writing in this is beautiful. Now I'm like starting to understand why people really connect with this book, and I feel like I'm really connecting with it. Like I said, our main character, he's just moved to this town and he's connecting with all these people, and he's very deliberately evasive about questions, not in like a suspicious bad way, but like in a way where we as the reader and the people who are meeting him, we can tell that there's a lot more to his story that he needs letting on, and we've just learned something about his background. I literally want to cry. Like, this is giving a man called Ovi. So someone just send help now. Like, literally send help. Okay guys, it's time to go to school. I'm all set up with my little audiobook. I'm gonna do some reading on the way to school. It is actually the nicest weather today, so I'm so excited to walk and just listen to my little book. So I'm just feeling in a great mood. So hopefully I have as good a day and I enjoy the book while I'm having my wee walk. I just got up on episodes 4, 5 and 6 of Tell Me Lies, and so I need to read this book now to reconnect with nature. I actually managed to get a lot of reading done when I was listening to my audiobook throughout the day today. So we're on page 255, just over 100 pages left, so I think I'm probably going to finish it tonight. I'm literally just going to be like curling up in bed for the night and reading this to fall asleep. I've really been enjoying this, and I think it's such a character driven story. The audiobook adds a lot to it because they just do the characters really well. The plot is really like heartwarming and interesting as well. I think it's really the characters that make it and their stories. So yeah, after the absolute hell and horror that is Tell Me Lies, I am so looking forward to getting into bed and reading this now. Okay guys, it's next morning and I did in fact finish Theo of Golden, and so I can finally give you guys my whole review and thoughts. So I gave this a 4 stars. I ended up really enjoying this. When I was going through the book, I was like, I can tell this book has like a nice little message, and it's either going to be like really good or really boring because it is kind of character driven and you're just getting all these sort of interactions. But actually it ended up being a really good plot. Like, come the end of the book, the way the plot all came together and everyone came together and all the situations came together, I realised that like every single detail was actually so meaningful and it just came together so nice. So I really enjoyed it. There was definitely like religious influence. As a person who's not religious, I still felt like I got a lot from it. I still think the overlying message of the book was just about how we treat people, how we look after each other, and I would definitely recommend it to people. I thought it was a really lovely little book, and the ending definitely had me tearing up. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next week for another video.